Good morning. Welcome to Trading Hour. I am Reema Tendulkar. With me is Prashant Nair. It's another update for our markets. We're holding with gains of about 0.4%. The Nifty is comfortably above that 15,200 mark. And as you can see, there has been a pickup in the last 1 hour or so, led by private sector banks. So IndusInd Bank, Axis Bank have surged. IT is holding the fort today, led by Infosys, Wipro, Tech Mahindra. All these stocks are up close to about 1 to 1.5%. Prashant, this has been a steady week. We've, out of the 5 days, we've had 3 days when the markets have closed with gains and just 2 days of consolidation. But on no day have we actually seen any sort of a correction or weakness.
Absolutely, Reema. I mean, there was a bit of not confusion, but if you look at Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday in particular, I mean, it did seem like maybe the market wants to halt a little bit and perhaps even turn down. But I think the last 2 days
were rapidly bought into towards the close.
The last 2 days, especially yesterday and today, I mean, I think it's come back and how. So there is, very little to take away from the overall bullish undertone, the overtone, whatever you want to call it, which has been very, very prevalent. I have some interesting numbers. I don't know if you have the graphics. Okay, we will have the graphics ready in just a bit. In the meanwhile, why don't we take that opportunity, use that time to talk about some numbers and the way stocks are actually reacting. ITC is in focus. It's actually slipping a little bit in trade. It's done well recently coming into the numbers. Numbers for the third quarter were largely in line. The cigarette business actually has done well. Mangalam is here with the highlights and, of course, more importantly, what's worrying the street, if anything at all. Mangalam, over to you.
That's correct. Perhaps the run that we saw post-budget in ITC is something that, the street is making it congruent with the kind of run-up that we saw pre-results as well. But no real worries as far as these numbers are concerned. Revenue at close to 11,800 crores, largely in line with the analyst expectations of 11,600 crores. The net profit coming in at over 3,600 crores, again in line. And we had the EBITDA also flashing for you on the screen, 4,300 crore, absolutely in line. What was good was the way the cigarette business actually recovered. So we did see a growth of around 3.5%. Most of the street was working with a 0 to 3% sort of growth coming by. And that tells you that the fears of a volume dip are not as high as what the street was worrying about. The only, worry, so to say, fly in the ointment was the moderation that we saw in the reported FMCG business, which grew at around 7.5% as against expectations of 10 to 15 odd percent. But there too, the company in its commentary clarified that the comparable business, parts of the business that are continuing, have actually grown by around 11 odd percent. And hotels, while they were down 50% year on year, they did see the fastest recovery in the industry with a near, 3x growth quarter on quarter. Alongside that, the company also announced an interim dividend of 5 rupees. So that's making the total dividend this year so far at around 15 odd rupees. And at this share price would equate to a dividend yield of almost 7.5 odd percent. The hotel business has turned EBITDA positive in the third month of the third quarter, that's December. That's a positive. And the management did allude to a sequential recovery that they saw in cigarette volumes. And going forward, they remain optimistic on most of their other businesses as well. So in-line set of numbers, decent management commentary, good dividend and supportive valuations, but perhaps the stock's rally of almost 10-12%, 10-12 days ahead of the results may be making it see some profit taking today.
Thanks, Mangalam, for that. The other stock which is under pressure is Ashok Leyland. It's down 4.5% in trade, and the street is disappointed with the margin miss. Margins at 5.2% have come in lower than the consensus expectations of 6.5%, and that is on account of the sharp increase in raw materials. Raw material as a percentage of sales this quarter stands at 74.4%, much higher than the trend that we've seen in the last few quarters. That, coupled with an exceptional loss, which is an account of the voluntary retirement scheme, the company this time has reported a loss of nearly 20 crore rupees. That said, there are positives in the numbers as well. Revenue has rebounded 20%. This comes after a sharp drop in revenues in both Q1 as well as Q2. The company's gained market share in the last 1 year in the truck business. In fact, the MHCV business itself for the industry has been picking up. The company's brought down their debt by 200 crores on a quarter-on-quarter basis. But in the conference call, I think the management was only asked about, how are you combating this rapid rise in raw materials? And to that, the management said that, we've never seen this kind of a quantum as well as pace of steel price increase in, a very, very long time. And so they clearly are concerned. They are trying to negate the raw material cost pressures by undertaking partial price increases. They took it in Q3. In Q4 as well, there has been a price hike of 1.5%. And that, coupled with a product mix, which is now more in favor of MHCV, did put pressure on their margins. They also went on to say,